Nacho man, yeah. I got to be a Nacho man, got to be a Nacho man. I got to be a Nacho man.
Welcome, Vault Dwellers. My name is Nacho Bidness, and this is not some content that I was expecting to make, especially in the waning hours before the start of early access to Starfield, and yet here we are. I have complained since the very beginning of Fallout 76 that power counters don't work. I will put a link to a video in the end card showing exactly what the problem was, but in short, they didn't do anything. No matter what, they were always active. They did not act as a switch. There was no way to interrupt power flowing through them. And what do you know, but the last patch has actually finally fixed it. If I've got this one set to 1, so if I turn this switch back on, it goes to 1 and the light's off, before they fixed the power counter, the light would have been on. It wouldn't have mattered what position this was in, the light was always on. And since it is set to 1, it's going to flip back to 0 as soon as I hit the switch again. And what do you know? The light turns on. It is, well, I feel like I have been given the keys to the kingdom with electrical, because there are a lot of neat things that we can do with just power counters. Now, 76 is still very much hampered by not having interval switches and delay on and delay off and logic gates and a lot of the other things that were in Fallout 4, but still, we can make neat things with just power counters. We can make rudimentary AND gates, for example. However, Starfield awaits, and I probably am just not going to be playing very much 76 or posting much 76 content unless Starfield is just a real dud. So, I'm glad that it got fixed, but doggone, I really wish that it got fixed sometime sooner. Just as a quick example of something that you could do if you wanted to have, say, a couple of doors instead of lights hooked up so that when you cycle power, they acted like an airlock and one door opened and one door closed. You could set that up very easily. It's just 2 power counters, both set at 1, and one's at 0, one's at 1. And when I turn the switch on, they'll both cycle. That light turns on, that light turns off. I cycle the switch again, and the second light turns on, the first light turns off. And that just barely scratches the surface. However, I just don't have time to go and do any interesting builds with this, which is a shame. Nevertheless, I am thankful that Bethesda has finally fixed this thing, and if I ever come back to 76, we will see about trying to do some cool builds with it. Until then, I am very excited for Starfield, and my name is Nacho Bidness. I'm saying it's a great big wasteland out there. Let's go have some fun in it.